Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Athletic Alert, sponsored by Michael Rosenblum, podiatrist, the foot and ankle specialist. Alongside Jesse, I'm Colin, and today we have a new series for you. Hopefully we'll be doing this more so in the future. It is called Leaderboard Look. We are going to go through every top stat in a specific sport we're talking about. Today is the MLB, and we're going to go through the leader of each category. Yes, I know, my voice cracked. All right, it happens sometimes.
To you.
We're going to go through the leader of each main category, and we're going to decide, a little competition, whether they're going to stay up there by the end of the season or whether somebody's going to pass them, and we'll tally our votes at the end. So right now we're very close to the halfway point of the MLB season, and we got some leaders across all the boards, and let's start out with Runscorer. Jess, what do we got?
All right, so right now for Runscorer, Mookie Betts of Boston is on top with 61 runs. I think that the number 2 guy on this list is going to surpass him. That is Josh Donaldson of Toronto. He's one behind him with 60 runs scored. The Toronto offense is just getting hot now. Boston's offense has been super hot all year, and I just don't think they can keep up what they're doing right now. So his runs are going to go down a little bit. The Toronto offense is only getting hotter right now, so Josh Donaldson's run opportunities are going to go up. And that's pretty much it. I mean, runs scored is kind of a weird category because it's really just team dependent. So I got to go with Toronto.
All right, first stat of the day, I'm going to defer on you. I really think Mookie Betts is going to hold that crown. I'm a Yankees fan, but to all you Red Sox fans out there, you got a hell of an offense, I do have to say. And, they're just going to bat around the order, and with Mookie Betts at the top, he's going to get plenty of opportunities. He'll get on base, and with David Ortiz being as hot as he is right now, he will drive him in just as many times as he has through the first 70 games as he will the next 90.
Okay, well, let's move on to batting average. Number 1 right now is Daniel Murphy of the Washington Nationals with a .358 batting average, and I think it's fair to say that you can't really keep that up. Daniel Murphy's kind of a career 280, 290 hitter. He hits somewhere around that every single year. I don't think this year is going to be too much different. Obviously, he started off to batting 360, so it's going to be a little higher. Maybe he'll end up batting 300, 310. But I definitely don't think he's going to be the batting average leader. I think it's going to be Xander Bogaerts of Boston, who's second right now with a .352 average.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Daniel Murphy, it's a shock to see at the top of that batting average list. I thought he was just going to be a breakout during the offseason last season, and this season come in and just be a dud. We're forgetting names like Xander Bogaerts and Jose Altuve, who have been, batting average champions the past couple of years.
Not Bogaerts.
Well, Bogaerts last year hit over 300, so, he has somewhat of a track record. At least we have 1 year to look at off of. So those people are they're going to surpass him. There's no way Murphy keeps it up. I'm sorry. He will go into a slump.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
All right, so let's move on to home runs, where 3 men tie for number 1. That's Mark Trumbo, Nolan Arenado, and Adam Duvall, all with 20 home runs already. I think that one of these guys is going to stay on top of the list, and that's Nolan Arenado. The Great Hitters Ballpark in Colorado is going to help him out. He hit 42 homers last year. I don't see a reason for him not hitting more than that this year. I think he's going to go for like 45 this year.
Okay, that would be amazing. I hope he does that, but I don't think he'll be the leader by the end. I think it's going to be Todd Frazier, the Chicago White Sox. He has 19 home runs, only 1 behind Arenado, who you picked. And he has a 197 average. He's hitting below the Mendoza line, so he starts to get hot. Everything he touches is going to go out of the ballpark.
That's a good guess.
All right, so let's move on to RBIs. And right now the leader is Edwin Encarnacion, the Parrot Man from the Toronto Blue Jays. He runs around with the parrot, whatever. You know if you're a Blue Jays fan out there. And he has 61 right now. Is he going to be the leader by the end?
No, I don't think he's going to be the leader. I'm going to stick with my guy, Nolan Arenado of Colorado. He's 57 right now. He's in 3rd in the RBI category. He had 130 last year, led the league, and I think he's going to lead the league this year again with, over 120.
Big Arenado fan.
I love Arenado.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. Edwin is not going to stay up there, and that's because personally I'm rooting for David Ortiz. He's
You're going big on Boston today.
I am going big on Boston, and it's really sad because I'm a Yankees fan, like I said in the beginning. But
yeah, you got no chance.
They just have too good an offense to not talk about Boston. He already has 59 RBIs, Ortiz, on the season, 2 behind Edwin. And what better way to end your career than be the RBI leader?
Be the home run leader.
Well, I'm just saying, at least he'll lead in one category. I mean, come on. All right, let's move on to hits, where another Boston Red Sox leads that category. It's going to be Xander Bogaerts, who already has 100 hits, and we're still 2 weeks away from the halfway point. Is he going to stay there?
I think it's going to be super close between Bogaerts and Altuve, but I think they're really going to lead the pack high above the rest. If I had to choose, I picked Bogaerts for batting average, but I'll go with Altuve for hits, just because he's been so solid the last 2 seasons, over 200 hits, and that's not going to change. He's going to continue with that. Who knows, a freak thing happens to Bogaerts, maybe he goes cold. So, Altuve plays almost every single game. I'll give hits column to Altuve just because of what he's done.
Okay, I hear you there. I'm going to stick with Xander Bogaerts. And Mr. Boston, I guess, apparently today. But Xander Bogaerts is just an amazing player in the lineup every day, and Boston's going to cycle through that lineup, like I said in the beginning, all the time. That's why Betts is getting so many runs. Xander's going to get so many chances to hit, and he takes advantage of them all the time.
All right, let's move on to stolen bases. A little bit more of an unpredictable category, but right now Jonathan Villar of the Milwaukee Brewers is far above the rest with 25 stolen bases. Next is 20. So just based on that gap differential, I have to say Jonathan Villar is going to end up ahead of the rest. He's always been a great base stealer, but he's never really gotten the starting shortstop role that he has this year. Now he's broken out. He's getting on base like all the time. So with the speed he has and the ability, to hit, that's just a great combination for stolen bases. I think he'll end up with almost 60.
Yeah, I totally agree. Coming into the season, Billy Hamilton instantly gets injured right in the beginning, and then D. Gordon gets suspended. Those were your 2 stolen base leaders last year. So the whole category was left wide open, and Jonathan Villar stepped in and said, yeah, I'll steal the most bases this year. He's going to stay there. Even though he's in a tough Milwaukee lineup, he's too fast, and like you said, there's too much of a gap.
Yeah. And the good thing about stolen bases, it's not so team-oriented like the other ones are, because if all VR has to do personally is get a hit, and then he can steal second. It has nothing to do with his teammates.
Yep. All right. So let's move on to the last category, on base percentage. Paul Goldschmidt of the Arizona Diamondbacks leads with a .425 on base percentage. Does that stay? Yes. Yes, it does. Paul Goldschmidt is just too much of a beast. He is a nightmare for hitters to face, in my opinion. And even if he's slumping for his standards, he's hitting .280 this season. For a Goldschmidt standard, that's slumping.
And when you're hitting .280 and you still have the highest on base percentage, that can only rise.
Yeah.
And he's at the top right now, which is pretty much the main reason he's going to stay there. And he was intentionally walked almost 30 times last season. The next guy was, I think, Bryce Harper with 15.
Yeah.
So this is a guy who's kind of the only huge threat in the Diamondbacks lineup. So he gets walked a lot, he gets pitched around. That's the reason for the high on base percentage, and it's just he's so good.
And not only intentional walks, regular walks. He's got a great eye.
Right.
He doesn't mind whether it's a home run or a walk as long as he's getting on base.
Yeah.
It shows in the on base percentage. All right, so let's move to pitching. So that's it for hitters, and let's rifle through these. Earned run average. No surprise here. We got Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's got a 1.58 ERA. Is he going to stay that way till the end of the year? The leader? Is he going to?
Clayton Kershaw, you can't go against him. He's staying at the top. He's got a 1.58 right now. He's always on top in the ERA category. For the past 5 years, I think he's been like a top three in ERA each year. So there's really no going against him. He's the best pitcher in the game, hands down. He's pitching like a beast right now, and it's Clayton Kershaw.
Totally agree. There's nothing else to say, but it's Clayton Kershaw, the dominant southpaw. He's just an unbelievable pitcher. He knows how to do situational pitching when he needs a strikeout. Whatever he needs, he gets it. He will stay there. And I think it coincides with the next category, whip, to which Clayton Kershaw is also leading with a 0.66. Does he stay there? I also think he's going to stay there too. I think they both go together. He's .3 lower than the next person on the whip list,
You
which
have
is
to-
Tehran with a
You
.91.
have to realize how insane that whip is. .66 is letting up, like, what? If he pitched a complete game, he's letting on 6 base runners in that game.
Yes.
Just literally, like, not fair.
No.
So, Clayton Kershaw, hands down the best pitcher in the game. He's going to win the ERA category, he's going to win the whip category, and he's going to win the Cy Young Award.
Yep, totally agree. All right, that does it here for the leaderboard look. Please comment down below whether you think, what your opinions are on this list. Do you have a person that you pick? Did you like Jesse's picks better? Did you like my picks better? Do you want more of this for the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, any other sports we do? Please let us know in the comments. We want to hear what you have to say, and we'll see you all next time.